thank you all for donating bits. That money goes back into the community. We use that for live events. If you went to Heroes of the Dorm, you went to Western Clash, you went to BlizzCon, you got to witness some of those events if you came to them. And, well, they're an absolute blast, and that's all I can say. But Catpeach, we got a draft, and I am super excited about this finals that we have. I believe it's on the left, we have TIAA, and on the right, we have Reborne.
Yeah, we're going to get into it, and I'm just fingers crossed. TIAA, be the team to either ban or take the Tyrande, please, or the Garrosh if that's your jam too. Someone's got to do it. You can't just let Reborne run that draft all night long. And now we have a best of 3, so they can possibly run it 3 more times if you're not taking it away from them. So please, just get it off the table.
I wonder if some of these teams are just like, oh, we just don't think it's that big of a deal, but literally every team hates Medivh. I'm just gonna point that out really quickly. But literally they've actually,
by the way.
Protected, by the way. They've picked different Garrosh talents in every single game. So they're showing that not only are they well versed on Garrosh, they're very, very flexible with that hero as well. Even on they can go body check build. Now, we haven't seen what I'm just going to call the Ghillie Shark solo lane Garrosh, where you have body check and decimate, because that was like the coolest thing, because I was just like, wait, body check? Are they going to solo? Wait, is this decimate? Yes. Oh my God, this is so good. Well, that one, I absolutely love that one. But we do have the Maiev going to be banned out from Reborn, and hey, Tyrande's out. Tyrande's out. We've all learned.
We got it. Everyone go home. We're done. We don't even need to, the game doesn't have to be played. It's over. No one wins, and everyone wins all at the same time. We split the points here.
Exactly. Last ban, though, taking maybe they take the Genji out. Just that high mobility. No, it's going to be the Abathur.
Yep, the Abathur.
And this is the first time. This is the first time I think Reborn actually banning out the Abathur. Everyone else banning it out against them, if I'm not mistaken.
They banned it out in the last match.
Oh, they did?
But Deckard Payne's banned it, or picked it up in game 1 of tonight. So a little bit of switch up there. The Blaze
gonna be a first pick Blaze.
Up first.
Blaze has a super high priority for a lot of these teams, and I was talking with one a couple weeks ago, and they were just like, Blaze is just dumb powerful. Like, it's insane how powerful he is. And they absolutely love him. But this one too, I mean, they don't have a Tyrande, but they can still go Garrosh, and what do they get without? They still pick up the Hanzo. Okay. It's still their draft. They could honestly swap into an Alexstrasza, and that'd be really great for them as well. But I wonder if they're going to be looking for more of that lockdown and follow up as they've done. Maybe they go into like a Malfurion and they go and dunk them into that or something.
Yeah, you can dunk them into the roots. They've been running the Thrall for a lot of these matches. If you want to use the Feral Wolf, you throw that out instead. And get a little bit of root. Not as a bit quicker. I don't want to say not as reliable. The Tyke is coming out, not getting the memo that it's Christmas, dressed here for summer. What gives?
You know, maybe he's just going to his outdoor spa, and he's just gonna jump in for just to warm up a bit, because it's so cold.
He's got a winter house in Florida. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can picture Tychus being just like just going down to Florida every winter, because he's just like, it's too cold.
I mean, same.
But that will be the Alexstrasza banned out. It's not a bad hero to take off the table. Their draft doesn't show that that's the direction they go in, but she is powerful on this map. I realistically, either they go for Shrine Clear or no. Okay. I was thinking they go for Shrine Clear, like a Jaina Gul'dan, Kael'thas, something like that, or they support choke and just try and take more things off the table. But going through that last ban phase, we are entering the kind of the final stages here, and I don't know what I'm favoring. I mean, they're gonna need a solo lane, but I think they've just been running the Thrall. There's the Deckard Cain. And I think they kind of flex on this last pick for their solo lane and go from there. I mean, it's going to be probably into the Blaze. That's my best guess, at least with the Johanna Tychus already. Catpeach, we could see an Azmodan, just saying. Joanna's there?
Maybe see an Azmodan.
They could pick up a Jaina. They could pick up an Azmodan.
I wouldn't hate seeing the Junkrat just to get that damage in without having to engage into the Garrosh close range. But speaking of, we're just gonna bypass Garrosh altogether. We're gonna get the Mephisto, and also we're gonna get an Ana in for support tonight.
Ana with the nano boost onto Mephisto. Oh, that's going to be a little terrifying. I'm very, very excited about this. Now, this last pick, I think they've got to adjust themselves here because Ana can also take down some of the healing that Decker King can produce with her Biotic Grenade, I do believe is the name. And so they still need a little bit of Shrine Clear in a solo lane. I like this. I actually like this a ton. I think this sets up a lot for their team. They can use the Entomb to lock down one member if they don't get them with Garrosh, and then they can just dump damage into that Entomb. And then when you have Buried Alive at 20, oh, don't even get me started on how much value you can get with that.
Yeah, I mean, you just Shadow Walk right in, kind of the same way. Mephisto just kind of bypasses everyone. Leoric bypasses the front line of TIAA, says, here's an Entomb, have a nice day, and hopefully get the kill on with the damage coming out from Thrall and Hanzo. I wouldn't be surprised seeing that be the case. And if you don't, you have the Garrosh to kind of re-engage there, kind of force the target to stick around a bit longer and convert the kill. So still looking pretty good. We're going to see a little bit of a change up, though, for Reborne. So we'll see how that support Deckard Cain comes into play here in game 1 of this best of 3. Bahamut, best of 3. I am excited. We've got a best of 3.
And we actually loaded this, but actually I was thinking, I was like, oh man, they don't have a Tyrande follow-up. Well, Deckard Cain has basically like an AoE Tyrande follow-up, but...
If you time it right, time it right that the flip happens and the Scroll of Sealing finishes at that moment, who needs Tyrande?
Who does? But we've got a game on our hands, and the first match of this best of 3, first game of this best of 3, we're going to be having TIAA on the left-hand side with Legacy on the Ana, Corgi Booty on Blaze, Treebeard on Mephisto, Shot going to be on that Joanna, and Unaverted on the Tychus.
And in the red, we are going to have Team Reborne. We're going to have Winterheart again on that Thrall. Mist is going to be on the Hanzo. Zerial will be on the Auric. Garrosh will be played by Tenadactyl yet again. And Valimar will be on the Deckard Cain here.
Mid lane seems to be where all the fun is for these teams, but they're all actually going to be going right into bottom lane, just going to start soaking down there. Going into the Echo, the Elements, so still going to be looking for those mercenary, or those minion kills. Leoric is already rotating to the top lane. No kills just yet, but Treebeard looking for some damage. Not going to get it just yet, but they have a jump onto the lane with Thrall, who's probably prepping the lane so they can try and get as many stacks of the lightning chain as possible. I was just waiting. I was like waiting with bated breath. I was like, Winterheart, are you going to live here? And they're going to be fine as the team has rotated in, and the rotations have begun, but there is a bit of a brawl in top lane between the Leoric and the Blaze.
Yeah, Leoric pushing Corgi Booty a bit back behind the gate so far. I've been thinking about that Leoric and that Entomb a little bit, and I've been thinking about that Ana a little bit. And I feel like, hold on, Tenadactyl getting the flip. Shield used though from Johanna. Should get away just fine. I've been thinking about that sleep grenade, that sleep dart coming out from Ana, and that Entomb. And what if Leoric goes in for Entomb? He's kind of right there in the front line trying to get that damage out. Everyone's behind. But you get the sleep. Hold on. Shot taking a lot of damage. Johanna with a condemned though. Tenadactyl trying to get the damage onto Treebeard. Hanzo finishing off Mephisto here. And the camp steal coming out from Reborne. Statement in the first couple minutes. I am taking a long time to explain this, but you said the Leoric essentially body blocks the rest of Reborne being able to get in and do any damage to the Entomb target. Therefore, they're getting Entomb all together. Just
so basically, it's you're creating a skeleton type door with Ana and her sleep dart. I actually really like that. That's not a bad idea at all, because you have melee from Garrosh, melee from Thrall, and then yeah, you can have poke in from the Hanzo, which you will be getting damage out from that, but realistically, that's not going to be the biggest burst on Earth. I don't know. Do you know if Scatter Arrow will bounce around inside the Entomb, or does it shoot through? I feel like it creates itself as a wall.
I've never seen it, so
I have to check that. I have to check because if you dump a Scatter Arrow in there, you're going to get a lot of value. Meanwhile, though, Ezreal getting maybe caught out by them. They do, I think, have their they have their Wraith Walk, so they're going to be able to get out of there just fine. But overall, between the two teams, we're currently just playing this just fine. And the one thing I wanted to note from that last engagement really quick, Treebeard utilizing the Shade of Mephisto to dodge the stun combo that came out and not being bursted down right away, but they still got caught out there. So I like the adaptation, noting that they're going to, all right, well, they see that they're going to be going for this toss into the scroll ceiling, as you had talked about, and then maybe probably there's going to be a Warlord's Challenge in there post 10. But overall, I think both these teams understand each other very well, and this is going to be a very tight game as we have top lane camps almost matching identically, and we have the first objective spawning in bottom lane. Catpeach, I'm waiting for the fight.
Mephisto getting a lot of damage onto Reborne for the time being. Scroll of Sealing is out, doesn't necessarily connect anyone. Tentadactyl taking a lot of damage on the front line. Corgi Booty coming in with the stun. Tenny taking a lot from that Lightning Nova, going to get away, but Treebeard doing a fantastic job of making sure that they're hitting multiple targets, getting as much damage as possible from that ability. Reborne backing up, they are tapping, healing back up, and re-engaging back into it.
We have the shrine currently being just cleared out quite quickly by the members of TIAA, and I think that's just going to be the situation here. This is going to be their first Punisher, and it's going to be an arcane one. Meanwhile, though, top lane is matched fairly evenly. Leorca is going to go up there for the clear onto that. I love these two camps are just going to be almost like pushing each other in but Leorca is going to have some extra pressure. We will have Blaze rotating off as well. We're all in that mid lane, so they're really not too worried about this first Punisher. Looks like they're going to bait it over with the Garrosh. They'll be able to pull it over to the fort, and the three of these will burn it down. Meanwhile, they won't miss soak in mid, and they won't miss soak in top, and Leorca was maybe waning towards mid. I was looking at minimap, but that's not happening yet. Gate's going to go down. I think that's really all they're going to get here unless they can somehow find a pick onto Tentadactyl or Miss, but Valmar way too far back. They won't be able to enter onto this.
Yeah, not getting back. Looks like Shot might be looking for a bit of an angle, but ends up backing out in the long term. Good first push with that Punisher for TIAA. Coming in on Infernal Shrines. Corgi Booty being a bit bullied by Azariel on this. Leoric, though, pushed all the way back to the fort. So Zariel being able to really command that lane, had that camp that you talked about earlier as well to help with that push. And in response, both teams making sure they're grabbing their assets as quickly as possible, but a little bit slower on the side of TIAA. Looks like they're afraid of a possible invade here from Reborne.
Oh, sorry, just really quickly, I just saw there's a now prize pool of $104.50. Major shout out to Chu, I think, who just donated $50 middle of the game, but Shot gonna get caught out here, and that's gonna be another kill for the members of Reborn. They push this into mid now because they can get this clear, and they want to open this up more because the next Punisher is mid lane. If they can take down this gate, they can really chase this Punisher, but they're just going to continue to soak. They're going to get some more lane pressure here. They're not going to play this like me, a gold player, and be a little too far out in the lane. They're going to go ahead and just have bottom lane pressure from a camp. Leorc is still pushing into top. New Habits was just finished by Blaze as well, so they're going to have that cleanse when they use the Pyromania. And we're currently just stacking up questing talents easily. The closest one over here is on Reborn with Warbreaker on the Garrosh at 13 out of the 15 and 17 out of the 20 for simple geometry. Everything else on the side of TIA is about halfway, or at least working their way through. But overall, stacking's going really good, but there's a level difference that's formed between these two teams, and 10 will be there for the members of Reborn. We'll see if TIA is able to play in this because the next Punisher should be too far off at this time.
Yeah, TIAA spread out a bit on the map, so I'm wondering if Reborn might feel safe going in for an engage. Mephisto is alone on the bottom. Hanzo and Deckard starting to maybe rotate down. They're just scouting out in the bushes for the time being. But they have that 10. They're not necessarily looking to rush anything so far. But I'm wondering how long they hold that 10 advantage before this altar spawns. Shot going in, getting a bit of that wave clear safely. Tentadactyl keeping an eye.
These teams are just playing it. Oh, I didn't want to cut you
I was
off.
also going to say, they're playing very cautious. They're hiding in the gutters. They're just keep trying to wait for the other team to make the aggressive rotation.
And neither want to. 10s are achieved for both teams. We actually are going to be having the Consume Soul from the Mephisto. So no Durance of Hate for that lockdown, maybe spread. They're going all damage, and of course, we do have the Nano Boost coming out from the Ana, as Shot is going to get thrown over here, but it's unstoppable. It's an unstoppable Joanna. Like, what are you going to do? She's just this big ol' orc girl right now, at least with her skin, and she's going to start this out. Ezreal going to be rotating in as well, and let's see if they're able to do anything with this, as the setups are there. All the heroics are off cooldown, and we just got to wait for someone to get low, and then we'll see what the big blow up is. I'm like waiting with bated breath at this point because these teams are just playing, I wouldn't say super passive, but they're just looking to just come out, and that's the Unaverted going to be popping the Coming to Your Own as well. The Stay While and Listen comes out from Valamir, and they're looking for the kill. That is going to be the Consumed Soul coming out. Oh my god, Unaverted getting away, at least for now, and they actually end up turning on to Ana, getting that kill Reborn still ahead in this fight, and they've chased away Tychus and also gotten a lot of heroics out.
Yeah, they baited up that Odin just for Tychus to survive. The flip going out onto Treeburn now, trying to get away. The Lightning Nova is out. Not enough damage though. The Wraith Walk trying to find something, but Treebeard also going to get away here. So far, Ana was the only death that's occurred. They're all rotating up to help clear that camp up top. Skeletal defenders, both very even for the teams with 10 more right now for Reborn, so it's looking like they might be able to clear this out before TIAA can respond. So this will be a Punisher in their favor.
Oh, I'm really liking how they're playing this right now. And the other thing too is just and Kage even zoomed in on it really quickly. That Sonic Arrow was so close to hitting Treebeard as he hearthed. It wouldn't have gotten the kill, but it just would have interrupted, slowed them down. Just those little things are huge. Nice use of the Unstoppable from Shot as well to bait it over the wall and not get stunned out. They're able to pull it away quicker, and they can start burning this Punisher down. And this is a frozen Punisher, so they need to watch out for those circles on the ground. But they're advancing forward onto this. The shot gonna get pulled out. The jump comes out as well. There's so much damage. The taunt coming out as well. There's the scroll ceiling. The Entomb catches two. Hanzo gonna get the arrow on top of that. They have so much damage coming out. Valimar is thrown into this. There's the old man into the frayed, and that is also going to be the Ana going down on top of that. There's so much damage coming out. Corgi Booty might be the next one to go. They actually get the toss right back onto them, and yes, that will be. Treebeard has the Shade of Mephisto. They're not gonna go for that chase, but they get so much during that Punisher phase.
Reborn just kind of wiping the floor in that team fight, and Corgi Booty thought they had the escape there, but you never have the escape when you're going into a garage being able to flip you as soon as you step out of that bunker. Great plays coming out from Reborn here, and they're sitting at 2 levels above their opponents after that push, Bahamut, and they are just on fire.
It's such a good play. I even just love the into the fray with the Deckard Cain. Like, why are you throwing the old man into this? He's in that back line just trying to read a story here and there and just throw out some potions. But they're going to scatter themselves across the map. They're going to be picking up camps to pressure the lanes, and realistically, they want to look for more in bottom lane. They're kind of, at least the way that I'm looking at this, they want to open this up more because it's 12 to 14. If they can take this down and open this, the next Punisher, if they can get it, will be really, really powerful for them. They can maybe even push into a key front gate. But they're just soaking and playing this, I wouldn't say safe, but they're just poking out, and they're just like, all right, well, if you advance, then you're going to have to advance because it's 13 to 15, and that 16 is so close, Catpeach.
Yeah, it's about half a level away, so if TIAA is going to make anything happen, it has to be now, but they have so much to respond to elsewhere on the map. They have 4 members pushing in bot, taking out this fort. 2 are going to go in. This is a little bit hasty from TIAA. Shot gets flipped. Condemn is already used. I don't think Iron Skin's available either, and Shot is going to fall.
Sundering on Treebeard might connect, and that's not going to be there just yet. That is also going to be the Nano Boost, I think, going out onto them as well, trying to find this. But the Stale One, listen, interrupts the entire thing. I love that shutdown. The toss onto Treebeard to make sure they don't get any more damage. They still have that Nano Boost, and that's such a good shutdown. Anytime they drop that Nano Boost, you see Valimar put out the Stale One, listen, and if they try to advance and get that damage out with the Mephisto, they're just advancing onto a nap time. And I really like the way that they're playing this on the side of Reborn. 13 to 16, 0 to 8 in kills. Reborn is really here, and they really want to take the series. But at the same time, TIAA has really good team fights and in a really good composition. They just need to get the fight in their favor, and this doesn't look like it's going to be one of those situations as they're going to be advancing onto them, Catpeach.
Yeah, Shot gets the condemn, but I think that's going to be it. Azariel doing a great job threatening the zone there. I'm waiting for the Tomb to come out, and there it is, capturing 2, unaverted, taking all the damage, but gets into the bunker just in the sake of time, but not in time for Tendactyl to slam that ground and help get that kill. Thrall with the finishing shot there. And while that fight is exciting, I had a thought a little bit ago, because you said the nap time, and I thought about the eggnog again. And how, you know, if you have like a little bit too much eggnog, you might get sleepy as well. So I was thinking about the Christmas, the Winter Veil Deckard Cain skin that I'm hoping we now get, where the potions are instead little clear mugs of potion. Maybe not, but he's so set up to be a Father Christmas type, you know?
He actually, that would be kind of cool. I don't know about like, because I don't think that you could change the color, because then people.
Oh no, yeah, people would be like, "What is this on the ground?"
But if they were mugs, oh no, oh my god, what if they were like the little moose mugs from Christmas Family Vacation? I don't know if you ever saw. They're like little moose mugs based on the made-up theme park that's in that universe. But either way,
Nope.
movies aside, eggnog aside, we have a Mortar Punisher, and that's going to be moving down the bottom lane. They've already prepped this, as we noted before, and now they want to take a keep front gate, if not maybe a keep. Almost every heroic is off cooldown, 14 to 17 in levels, and we already have the Commandeer Odin coming out. Sidewall taken out. The Nano Boost onto the Tychus too, so they really want to get some damage out. Catpeach, they start to advance, and the Punisher jumps not over the wall.
Yeah, Odin's trying to find the damage with that Nano Boost, but none is really to be had. The Nano Boost expires. Odin is still up, so a little bit of defense going out onto that Punisher, trying to take it out as soon as possible. Right now, Reborn still on the press. The jump is baited. The Entomb is there, unaverted, caught again. The scroll of ceiling makes sure the Tychus is stunned, and the flip as well. Stay a while and listen, making sure it's there, and the taunt just for good measure. Tychus going to be out here as the first step of this fight. Shot looks like he might be second in line if the angle is there, but it's not. He is going to get away for now, and this Punisher will go down before the keep.
They don't get the keep here. They don't do too much with that, and they back off. So Reborn not really using, well, they kind of, I don't know. They've got a level advantage, or they've got a 3-level advantage here. They've got a talent tier advantage. I'm a little surprised that they didn't press it in harder, but this is also the reason why they are 0 and 10 with kills, and why they're also 3 levels up, because they are playing this, I wouldn't say slow, methodical game, but they're just taking engagements they know that they can win, basically. Every time they go in, I'm not looking at that like, I'm like, oh, this is a bad engage for Reborn. It's just like, could potentially work out for Reborn. Now, at the same time, TIAA, once again, they've got tools and assets to get these kills and these burns, but they just can't seem to get a single target to get that on, and that's really where I think some of the struggle is coming out for them.
Yeah, just a bit. And even with the Blessed Shield, I feel like there hasn't been a good opportunity to really follow up on that going out. And it's mostly used more for a little bit of disengage to try to escape a fight that TIAA doesn't really want to take. So it's a bit of a tough scenario for TIAA to be in. Now, saying that, and we were talking about this at the start of the evening, Infernal Shrines, you get one really good Punisher, you get one really good team fight, and suddenly you've cleared out a fort and a keep, and you're at the enemy's doorstep. So TIAA not out of this, but they have a lot to make up for so far. That's one of the benefits of the lanes being so pushed into your side of the map, is that it's a bit safer of an experience grab if they're willing to do that, but it looks like they might be going in, trying to spot a rotation, but Reborn also trying to spot it out, so it goes out to get shot out of the picture.
Yeah, they're just they say they throw them away. They say not yet. We'll fight you a little bit later. We want our 20s first, and that's the goal. You can see that the way they're structuring on the map. Winterheart though might be caught out here. They're starting to chase this. That is gonna be the Commandeer Odin coming out as well. They have the root, but nothing else more than that. The Entomb goes out into shot to stay a while and listen also for the disengage, and they say no. They don't even want to take this fight, and they know that they're trying to pressure them for that fight before 20. And Reborn says no. Not yet. Just wait. We'll fight you when we're ahead of you, not on even talent tiers. And I like this, because some teams will actually say, all right, we've been winning these fights, let's just turn around and just body them. And that's when you start to lose momentum. You start to lose these critical engagements. And this is a little risky as they start to go in on this. That is going to be the camp picked up, so they can just disengage, but Tentadactyls all by themselves, Catpeach.
This is the last shot that TIAA has. The Dragon Arrow goes out, stunning TIAA. Anna going to be the first to fall. Consumed Souls is out, but the taunt is out onto Corgi Booty as well. The slow and the heal deny coming out from Decker came as well, and Azariel trying to make sure that the members of TIAA stick around long enough. But Leoric is going to fall, but the Entomb is there. Blaze going to go down. Treebeard trying to do their best to clean up shot, but kills happening left and right before members of TIAA will fall. Make that a 5th shot going down, and Reborn sitting at 20 with a camp in hand as well. Do they want to push? Do they just want to play the objective game? They're going to go and steal camps from their opponents while the death timers are pretty long. They'll have time to do this. Get a really hefty push going before this Punisher is ready, and then end game.
That is exactly. I was looking at the minimap and I was like, all right, what are they doing? I also like that they're opening up mid a little bit here too. They have this opportunity with the mini wave being this far up, so they're trying just to get as much value for themselves as possible here, having more routes of escape as well as just more damage done to the enemy structures. Meanwhile, though, they have Hanzo just literally on this Skeletal Defender's Shrine by themselves, and with Scatter Arrow and everything, they're making easy work of this. 31-34 out of the 40 necessary, so they should have that momentarily. Bottom lane got cleared out, but they've got another camp that's going to move into top lane. Now, all the members of TIAA are alive, but we noted it's 18-20. They're now pushing into a Storm talent tier, and almost every heroic should be off cooldown, especially the way that they're kind of waiting around at this time. Mephisto should be able to have the Consume Soul by the time the Punisher gets there, but Catpeach, this could be the last big siege of this game number 1 between these two teams. Or we could just have a wipe and we get a reset, and with TIA starts to get some structure damage and some advancing themselves.
Yeah, it'd have to be quite deep defense, and since they don't necessarily have the engage as Reborne does, this might be their best shot. Odin is there. The damage is going to go out onto the members of Reborne, but isn't enough to keep them away. They are going in. They're trying to get the damage. The Dragon Arrow going out along with the Entomb, and that is going to be a Mephisto taken out of the picture immediately as this heat starts to fall.
Tenedaki a little bit low here. Shot as she's stepping a little too far forward. The friendly team didn't follow that up. They get the root, and that's the Joanna going down. Punisher now working its way towards the bottom lane, the mid lane, but it's not going to stick there. It goes right back to top, saying, this keeps a little bit easier to kill. I'll grab that, and we're going to rotate over to core. 2 members dead. Actually, it jumped back over into Corgi Booty. The Unstoppables used a little bit late, but they're trying to get some damage out here. The team just turns and says, we want the core. Stale Wild Mystic coming out, going to hit Corgi Booty, and that is going to be unaverted by themselves. The rest of the team starts to turn onto them, and they're starting to burn on this core, but it's not the quickest burn on Earth. The Punisher goes down as well, and they need to fight under the enemy core on the far side. They have no escape here, Catpeach. This is really risky as Ezreal is the first one to go down. Maybe they get more?
I don't know. Unaverted is trying, but the core is that 25% miss on the other side, taking a lot of damage, ends up going down. Mephisto with the Consumed Souls is out, gets the kill on farm. Valimar getting really low. The core's at 4%, 1%, and that is finally going to be game, but a great defense coming out from TIA at the end there. I think a little bit more consistent damage, a bit more burst to get out those members a bit quicker might have resulted in quite the defense. Possibly like a 5% core and then turn around, but well fought. Looking forward to see game number 2 here.